Hey people, it's me Tony and welcome back to another video. And this week I'm not bringing a TT Burger game review, but instead I'm going to bring you another top 10 list. And this will be a follow-up to my last top 10 list that I made. And this will be on my 10 best PlayStation 2 driving games. Like I know I made a 10 best PlayStation 1 driving games. This is PlayStation 2 driving games now, man. I'm going to be giving you 10 of them that I picked, that I like and stuff like that, and like this is all based on my opinion. And we're going to go from 1 to 10, 1 being at the bottom and 10 being the highest one. And we got a lot to talk about here, so let's get started. Number 1, Driver 3 by Reflections. Yes, I know Driver 3, a game that like a lot of people hated and it was basically criticized as the worst game in the Driver series ever and blah blah blah, but let me tell you something, people. This game is not as bad as what people say it is. Sure, it's not as good as the original Driver, You're the Wheelman, or Driver 2 or so, but it still has that charm in it. I mean, yes, I understand they tried to make it like Grand Theft Auto 3 and stuff like that or so, or Vice City. But here's the thing. I know you spend a lot of time out of the car firing weapons and stuff like that, but when you're in the car, I mean, but you can spend a lot of time in the car as well. I mean, like, you can have fun driving around a city in take a ride mode instead that exploring the city and just having a good time, just driving around, just doing whatever you want. And you have a lot of cars you can unlock as well, and it's a fun game which you get past all those technical problems though. In fact, the technical problems should not be an issue if you're trying to focus on the game. Yes, the game can be somewhat frustrating and can be kind of difficult, but the game is not so bad. I played it, I beat it, and I loved it. It was one of my favorite games in the Driver series. And people say this game is the worst. Look at Driver Parallel Lines and then come back because that game is just a disgrace to the Driver series. It has nothing to do with Tanner or anything of the original no storyline in the Driver series. So pick Driver 3 up, it's fun. It's much better than Driver Parallel Lines any day, so just pick it up. Number 2, Smuggler's Run 2, Hostile Territory, the sequel to the launch game on the PS2, Smuggler's Run. Now, Smuggler's Run 2 was made by Rockstar, and in Smuggler's Run 2, Hostile Territory, it's basically missions that take place in a car. You're pretty much a smuggler doing deeds for people, like going to find a suitcase, or like going to find some items, or racing a checkpoint, something like that. You're basically in the car the whole time, and it's one of those games where you're in the car, you're doing stuff. I mean, it's not vehicular combat or anything like that. It's just you competing for stuff and completing objectives in the car. And that's basically what Smuggler's Run 2 Hostile Territory is. I'm putting the second one on the list because I like this one better than the original one because it improved a lot over the original Smuggler's Run. Number 3, Flat Out. Yeah, Flat Out. Like, who remembers Flat Out? I mean, I remember Flat Out, and Flat Out was pretty cool. It's basically focused on the demolition derby-like style of racing, and it had ragdoll physics in it because, like, when you crash most of the time, your driver goes flying out the windshield and stuff, and it's just basically they took advantage of the ragdoll physics in this one and Flat Out 2, and yet, you know, I thought the original Flat Out was just holds a place in my heart because I grew up with the original Flat Out more than Flat Out 2. I just liked Flat Out 1 more. But Flat Out is just one of those things that you haven't seen before with ragdoll physics and stuff in games. And I know there are games like Half-Life and stuff like that do like ragdoll physics and stuff, but it was this Flat Out was one of the first racers that had ragdoll physics in it, and that's why it holds a special place in my heart. Number 4, Le Mans 24 Hours, and this is basically based on the big race in France and stuff like that, and like you basically pick like a motor race car and just drive around, and it's basically simple racing. It's simple, it's fun, and it's based off a real life racing event in France, and it's just basically awesome. The PlayStation 2 version is the best. They did make it on the PS1 called Test Drive Le Mans, in which I didn't even bother picking up because that has nothing to do with Test Drive at all. And Le Mans 24 Hours is the way to go if you want to experience the actual good feel of it and stuff. Number 5, Midnight Club Street Racing. And yeah, Midnight Club, I remember playing this game at a sleepover when I was 13 years old, and it's basically street racing. You You race, you street race against other people at night while trying to avoid the cops and stuff like that. And they wanted to make you feel like you are street racing, and I like the first. I'm putting the first one on here because like the controls in like the second one were kind of blah because you had to use the analog controls, just like Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. I just feel like that one was not as good as people said it was. I mean, like, sure, it's good, but it's just basically nowhere near as good as the first one. The first one captured that feel of street racing at its finest. That's what I like about it. Number 6, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. In my opinion, the last good Need for Speed game. And Need for Speed Speed 3 Hot Pursuit was awesome. But Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 is even better. I mean, like, it takes everything from the first Hot Pursuit and make it better, and you definitely got a next-gen version of Need for Speed. This is the best Need for Speed game that came on the PlayStation 2. And I'm sorry, ever since Need for Speed Underground came out, that's when the series started going downhill, because they started focusing more on, like, making it like Fast and the Furious and stuff like that, and stuff, and I just don't really like how they try to make it focus on Fast and the Furious, because ever since they tried to do that, that's when the series is going downhill. But Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 just basically is what your own thing. If you want to race. If you want to like go after be a cop or have fun being chased by the cops, do that. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 is the word to go if you want a PlayStation 2 Need for Speed game and stuff. Number 7, Tourist Trophy. Now, Tourist Trophy is basically made by the people who made the Gran Turismo series, and this is basically, in my opinion, a spin-off to Gran Turismo. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of spin-offs and stuff like that, but this one here is an exception, because it's basically Gran Turismo with motorcycles and bikes and such, and it's basically a real-life motorcycle simulator where you're driving a motorcycle and you fall off, and you basically feel like you're actually driving a motorcycle, and this is the best way it captures a motorcycle feeling, and I enjoy that because there are a lot of racing motorcycle games that like have like physics and stuff like that, but nothing can capture how realistic it is to ride a motorcycle when you play Tourist Trophy. I mean, my buddy Razorblade 1812 told me about this game a while before I got it, and I was just amazed on how awesome it was, because this is definitely an awesome motorcycle simulation. I mean, like, the people who made this game and made Gran Turismo know how to capture that experience. So Tourist Trophy is definitely number 7 on this list. Number 8, Burnout 3 Takedown. In my opinion, the best Burnout game ever made. And funny thing is, this was the first Burnout game I ever played. I got the other Burnout games, Burnout 1 and Burnout 2, after I got that play this one, because I liked Burnout 3 a lot. And I had Burnout Revenge and Burnout Paradise. I mean, I loved the open world thing in Burnout Paradise, but that's on the PS3, so I'm not gonna talk about that. But Burnout Revenge was good. It felt way too similar to this game. And Burnout 1 and 2, yeah, they were starting out, so you can improve it. But Burnout 3 Takedown is definitely awesome. If you want a game that has a lot of crashing in it and stuff like that, where you like to just crash your car, just cause a huge crash and stuff, this is the way to go. It's got some explosions, fast racing. And of course, like, you got the Radio Station Crash FM, which is awesome too. And you got, you'll be saying, there's so many crashes in the game. You'll be saying the word crash so much in the conversation when talking about this game that you'll lose track of how many times you say the word crash or crashes or crashing. Like, it's all about that feeling of like racing a car where you can crash and damage your car completely. And this is one of the games that does it the best, and definitely does it the best on the PlayStation 2. And definitely pick up Burnout 3 Takedown if you can find it, because like it's not the easiest game to find, but it's not the hardest game to find either, especially to find it in the black label. But that's just me. So get Burnout 3 Takedown, it's awesome. Number 9, Gran Turismo 4. Yeah, Gran Turismo 4 definitely is a must-buy for the PlayStation 2. Like, we had Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec, but Gran Turismo 4 improves a lot on Gran Turismo 3 and all the other Gran Turismo games. It's got tons of content, a lot more content than the first 3 games. Now, I loved Gran Turismo 2, but that was the best one on the PlayStation 1. The best one on the PlayStation 2 was Gran Turismo 4, but I'm just getting off topic there. And this game is so full of content, they would fit all this content on a disc. Like, they improved a lot over the first 3 games, and they should be proud of it. And Sony Entertainment should be proud of themselves, because it's an amazing, fantastic game. Like, it's just, I know people complained that there was no online play whatsoever, but who cares? I don't play online. I'm fine with racing against CPUs and stuff, computers and stuff. So I'm fine with racing against computer-controlled bots. So just leaving it at that, because Gran Turismo 4 is definitely the best Gran Turismo game I ever played, best Gran Turismo game I ever played on the PS2. I mean, and I love it. And like, there's so much to do in this. I mean, like if you like Gran Turismo 3 Spec and the other ones, you can pretty much retire those and play this, but you can still go back to the other ones, of course. Okay, we're down to the wire here. Now, before I get, hey, wait until I say, may I have a drum roll, please? Okay. No, I said wait. Wait. Okay. Sorry, people there. But now, as I was saying, now before I get to number 10 here on the list, now may I have a drum roll, please? Thank you. One of these days you're gonna have to get it right. You gotta follow my commands and get the drum roll right next time, please. Next game we do this ask for a drum roll, get it right, okay? Just practice on that. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Now, number 10. Ridge Racer 5 by Namco. Now, it's no surprise that Ridge Racer was going to be here on the top of the list. It's just that I enjoy the Ridge Racer series a lot. Well, up to Ridge Racer Unbound and stuff like that. Well, actually, Ridge Racer 7 was the last Ridge Racer game I played, but like, Ridge Racer 5 was like the first game released for the PlayStation 2 in Japan and stuff. And like, it also came packaged with the PS2 as well, like in many different countries, and it was a launch title. I mean, Ridge Racer came a long way. Like, we started off with the original in the arcade, and Ridge Racer Revolution, and then we had Ridge Racers and R for Ridge Racer Type 4. But Ridge Racer 5 takes everything from the previous Ridge Racer games and improves it here, and we get a solid game for the PlayStation 2. I mean, like, look how smooth this game runs and controls. And sure, it takes a little time to get used to the drifting and stuff, but it's not gonna take long at all. I mean, just look how amazing this game looks and feels. Like, it captures arcade racing at its finest when it comes to drifting. It shows that you don't need to have flashy crashes and stuff like that, like how future racing games have these days and stuff. I mean, Ridge Racer 5 is like, it just feels like the previous Ridge Racers but combined here into one, and that's what we get. I mean, I love Ridge Racer 5, and yes, there will be a review of the Ridge Racer series in the future. I will review 6 Ridge Racer games. I'll just keep it and just letting you know there. But nothing will top Ridge Racer 5. I mean, just like, I still play this game to this day. I still play all these games to this day, and I never get tired of it. But like, this Ridge Racer game is definitely an awesome experience to have. It's definitely my favorite racing game on the PlayStation 2. It feels very smooth. It controls very fluently and smooth, and like the frame rate is also smooth. Like, no hiccups in the frame rate whatsoever. It just is a must-buy, and just like, definitely pick up Ridge Racer 5. And yes, I know I'm not the best at it when it comes to the drifting sometimes, but I still love the game. Definitely pick up Ridge Racer 5. It's awesome, and that's why it's number 10 on this list. Well, that's it for this video. Stay tuned for more top 10 lists in the future, and also the next review series will be up soon. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be another multi-part video, and after that I'm going to go back to regular, just like, for a while reviewing just like single-part games, stuff like that. I'm just saying this will be the last multi-part review for a while, I'm just saying there. And that's pretty much all I got to say for this video. I hope you like what you see, what you saw here. Don't forget to comment down below, like and subscribe, and don't forget to join my Discord group, TT Burger Gamers United, because we're always looking for more people to join. That's pretty much all I gotta say. This is Tony, peace out, and thank you for watching, everybody.